Good morning. I hope I can do this reading fairly quickly, but we'll see how it goes. I've got travel packing to do today, so hopefully things come quickly. I had my Giants Tarot out yesterday, as there was someone on Facebook, TorhallasReadings8July2016DD, trying to decide whether or not she should buy the Norse Tarot, a deck which I have, and she was thinking of, a deck that, would help her get into her Norse heritage, and made me think of my Giants Tarot. So I posted pictures on Torhallas Anonymous. Whoa, I made a mess there, didn't I? Let's see, I shouldn't have done that. There we go. I hope that works out okay. I don't have a little bonfire since there's so much wax in the sphere holder. So we will go through this a couple of times or so. And I've got packing for our camping trip that I need to get finished up today. I got all the dog hair out of my truck yesterday. Silly Lab mix that we have sheds profusely. Okay, and here's my Giants book. Christmas Visions. I might have to pause this. There's my Norse book. There's that. Prisma. Roll, that, Runes, Cosmos, Witches, 78. Okay, where have I? I'm probably going to have to. Let's see how we do without the book. Star, Queen of Swords, Seven of Cups. And let's flip the shadow, the Magician, and the top card, Seven of Coins. I'm going to pause this a minute and go find my book. Silly me. I left it on my nightstand the last time I used this deck. So, the Star, is Not, whose name means night, is the herald of Mani, the moon god. She is a very old excuse me, frost giantess who dates from before the flood. She rides a dark horse and wears a mantle covered in stars. She is the mother of Dag and Jord and a few others as well. She has many lovers in her wayward life. Not is old and wise and experienced, and her touch brings peace. Her card shows her with the map of the skies. And it's kind of... Oh, okay. It's a little bit hard to see. Probably doesn't show up on video. And galaxies hide in her cloak. The star card traditionally is a warrior giantess whose youthful fling with Thor got him his two enormously strong sons, Magni and Modi. Her name means Iron Sword, and she is also one of the 9 maidens of the mill. Her job is to grind out iron. Her card symbolizes a feminine nature that is strong, willful, and decisive. She is the aggressive female warrior that protects her young and is not afraid to shed blood. Saksak's card suggests that this is a time when the traditionally female qualities of receptivity and feeling are not what's called for. Watch your back and keep one hand on your weapon. Emotions that hold you back may need to be surgically cut away. And the Seven of Cups. Duva is the second of 9 sisters and Kolga's twin. Her name means hidden. She is the keeper of all the tiny hidden islands and hidden treasure in the deeps. Sailors call upon her for safety during shipwreck, which she will occasionally grant. Her card shows her with 7 cups and a floating box of treasure, contents unseen. The 7 of Cups indicates all the possible emotionally laden dreams and fantasies of the querent, and suggests that all are equally nebulous and difficult to pin down or make real. Careful thought and planning must be done in order to figure out which are practical and which simply flights of fantasy. In all truth, some may have to be experienced in order to decide this. Perhaps the best route for this querent to first work on is sorting out their own hidden fantasies, desires, and agendas before making a decision. And okay, now that's and the Magician. is Loki. Loki is probably the most famous of all the Rokar, the Jotun gods. His myths are many and varied and have continued on into modern-day stories in fiction, graphic novels, and Hollywood movies. He may be the most used pagan god of all time, although he is mainly used as a convenient villain in most modern fiction. He is a sacred trickster deity, and like all tricksters, he is brilliant, eloquent, devious, skillful, manipulative, secretive, theatrical, and mercurial. He is an ambivalent figure of opposites, loyal friend and devastating betrayer, resourceful minion and plotting mastermind, golden-tongued diplomat, impulsively self-destructive fool. He is loving husband to two very different wives who almost symbolize his twin sides, and loving father to his many offspring, including the monstrous ones. At the same time that he is a ruthless killer. He is breaker of worlds and father of lies, yet he holds much wisdom if you can get him to give you a straight answer. The magician card shows Loki on a mountain top before a turbulent sky. At his feet, to symbolize his affinity with fire and his flame hair blowing in the wind, he carries the traditional symbols of the magician card: wand, sword, cup, and pentacle, showing his skill in working with all of them. This card symbolizes skillfulness in all forms, but especially mental agility, flexibility, and brilliance. When it comes up, the seeker needs to marshal all their mental prowess to attack the problem, and it may require learning new and unfamiliar skills in order to deal with it. And then the 7 of coins. Folvar is the merry brothel keeper living on an island between Jotunheim and Vanaheim. He is shown here with his 7 daughter whores, happily making a kind of perverse family group. Each of them has a different power: cave, dancer, fire, etc. This card indicates success through many different and perhaps unusual endeavors. Think outside of the box, don't be afraid to shock people, and try multiple schemes at once. Success will not come from stodgily following one ordinary path. Which is what I'm trying to do, I guess. Isn't that an interesting thought? And one of my things is, when I got a lot of these decks, I was trying. My husband is not much for things that he can't physically see and understand. And so I covered the covers of all my guides that were bigger than just a little white book. So little by little, I've been pulling off the covers. So today, since it says do something different, I will start off by doing that. And there. And I don't think I'll have time to write this up, so we will just say toodles and have a super weekend, everybody. Love y'all.